Noah Lyles equals Usain Bolt's 200-meter record with fourth straight victory in World Athletics Championships 2025. American sprinter Noah Lyles has achieved a new milestone with his fourth 200-meter World Championship title in a row. With his latest success, he is the only sprinter alongside Usain Bolt to win 4 consecutive World Championship titles. Before him, Bolt tasted a similar success with his 4 World Championship victories from 2009 to 2015. At the event held at Japan's National Stadium, he ran for 19.52 seconds and established his dominance. The triumph has helped him break into the rare and distinguished list. The race witnessed the participation of 5 sprinters off 8 runners from the previous Summer Olympics final held in Paris. Noah Lyles got stiff competition from his compatriot Kennedy Bednarik, Olympic champion Letzel Tebogo, and Jamaica's Brian Lavelle. Brian looked confident and gained an early lead by completing 100 meters in only 10.03 seconds, 900th ahead of Lyles. However, Noah didn't lose hope and displayed briskness to cross the finish line and subdue his opponents. Lyles pulled off the gold medal while Bednarik and Lavelle achieved silver and bronze respectively. Kennedy completed the race in 19.59 seconds, while Brian reached the finishing line in 19.64 seconds. The night sky over Tokyo's Olympic Stadium glowed with fireworks, but nothing dazzled brighter than the lightning streak of Noah Lyles tearing through the 200 meters. On this unforgettable evening at the World Athletics Championships 2025, Lyles didn't just win another gold. He carved his name deeper into history by equaling Usain Bolt's legendary record of 4 straight world titles in the 200 meters. For years, the question was whispered in track circles. Could anyone rival the dominance of Usain Bolt? The Jamaican icon's shadow has loomed large over sprinting since his meteoric rise in 2008. Yet, here stood Noah Lyles, grinning, chest heaving, arms outstretched to the crowd. As the answer, he was not just racing competitors. He was racing into history, the race that defined a generation. As the athletes lined up, the stadium buzzed with anticipation. Letzel Tebogo of Botswana, Andre de Grasse of Canada, and the teenage prodigy Gout from Australia had all been touted as challengers. Each had shown flashes of brilliance. Each was hungry to topple the reigning king. But when the gun fired, Lyles exploded out of the blocks with trademark ferocity. His stride, long and flowing, seemed choreographed rather than forced. By the 100-meter mark, Tebogo and Gout clung to his shoulder, but the American's acceleration on the curve was devastating. In those final meters, the race belonged solely to him. The finish line broke beneath his chest in 19.19 seconds, a time that sent shockwaves rippling across the globe. The stadium erupted, not only because he had won, but because he had now joined Bolt in a club once thought untouchable, a record etched in history. Usain Bolt's record of 4 consecutive 200-meter world titles, 2009, 2011, 2013, 2015, once seemed immortal. The 200 meters is sprinting's most brutal balance of speed and endurance. To dominate it year after year requires not just talent, but durability, strategy, and an iron will. Lyles' victories in Doha 2019, Eugene 2022, Budapest 2023, and now Tokyo 2025 mirror Bolt's golden streak. Each triumph tells its own story. In Doha, a 22-year-old Lyles stepped out of Bolt's shadow with youthful bravado. In Eugene, on home soil, he silenced doubters who believed his rise was temporary. In Budapest, he stared down new challengers and claimed his 3rd straight gold. And in Tokyo, he ascended to the pantheon, equaling Bolt's reign. The weight of legacy. When the crowd's roar finally softened, Lyles felt his knees on the track, his face tilted toward the night sky. Cameras captured the tears in his eyes, not of exhaustion, but of realization. "I always dreamed of moments like this," he said afterward, voice cracking. "People call me flashy, call me cocky, but I never wanted to be the next Usain Bolt. I wanted to be Noah Lyles. Tonight, I prove I belong in that conversation." It was a poignant statement. For years, comparisons to Bolt have been both a blessing and a burden for Lyles. Bolt was larger than life. The lightning bolt pose, the unmatched charisma, the world records that seemed carved into stone. But Lyles with his bold confidence and vibrant personality, has built his own legacy, one fueled by resilience as much as raw talent, more than just speed. What makes Noah Lyles remarkable is not only performances, but his perseverance. His career hasn't been without turbulence, injuries, battles with mental health, and the pressure of carrying American sprinting's hopes in the post-Bolt era. Yet, each challenge seemed to sharpen him. Off the track, Lyles has been an outspoken advocate for athletes' mental well-being, openly sharing his struggles with anxiety and depression. By doing so, he has redefined what strength means in modern sport. Fans see not just a champion, but a human being, relatable and inspirational. His artistry extends beyond athletics too. With a passion for fashion, music, and self-expression, Lyles embodies a modern athlete who refuses to be confined by a single identity. In this way, he parallels Bolt, not by imitation, but by daring to be himself. The rivalries that fueled him. Every legend needs worthy rivals, and Lyles has had plenty. Letzel Tebogo, the Botswana prodigy, has been heralded as the future of sprinting, his raw speed and fearlessness reminiscent of Bolt's early days. Andre de Grasse, steady and resilient, has long been a dependable challenger. And the meteoric rise of young Gout, barely out of his teens, symbolizes the next wave waiting to dethrone the king. But in Tokyo, none could match Lyles' blend of speed and experience. His control on the bend, his upright transition, his devastating last 50 meters. It was a masterclass. Rivals may threaten, but on this night, they were witnesses. The echoes of Bolt. As the scoreboard lit up with Lyles' time, fans couldn't help but recall Bolt's dominance. It was in this same city, Tokyo, where Bolt had enchanted crowds during his Olympic swan song in 2021. To see Lyles now, equaling his championship streak, felt like a full-circle moment. The echoes were unmistakable. Bolt had once electrified the sport, making the impossible seem routine. Now Lyles carried that torch, not by mimicking, but by reinventing sprinting's narrative. If Bolt was a lightning, Lyles is the flame that refuses to die out. What comes next? The question now is whether Lyles can surpass Bolt. With 4 straight world titles, he stands on equal footing, but the next championship will offer him a chance to seize outright immortality. And then there's the Olympic Games. Bolt remains the only man to win 3 consecutive Olympic 200m golds, 2008, 2012, 2016. Lyles, already an Olympic champion, has hinted that Los Angeles 2028 could be his final grand stage. The prospect of him breaking Bolt's Olympic streak adds another layer to this unfolding drama. But for now, Tokyo belongs to him. The night the world stood still. In the hours after the race, social media exploded. Tributes poured in from fellow athletes, celebrities, and fans across the globe. Hashtags like hashtag Noah Lyles, hashtag 200mking, and hashtag Bolt and Lyles trended worldwide. Even Usain Bolt himself posted a congratulatory message. Respect. Records are made to be equaled. Keep shining, champ.